lovely people. This is Nicole.
And this is Samantha.
With the power of we are here to switch it up and teach you about business, relationships, and how to not only survive, but make it in Los Angeles.
In each episode, we will have top influential guests from the world of real estate. We work hard,
we stage hard,
and we get it done.
The power of we.
Hey, boo-boo.
Hey, Samantha. How are you doing today?
I'm good, but you know what's happening already.
I'm just going to pre everyone with Samantha's, her estrogen levels are a little low, so she'll be crying a lot on this podcast. So
that's what happens when you have menopause. You know, what can you do?
Yeah, we'll see.
Anyway, I'm so excited about today. How are you doing, by the way?
I'm great. I'm just so grateful to be here, and, you know, it's just it's so nice to be able to come here and do our podcast because, you know, work's been crazy busy, and just to get that break and to talk to all these incredible guests that we have, it just makes me so happy.
And
how are you?
So nice too to give back to all these organizations. Like, you know, we give back to the breast cancer awareness, which you know is important, and we have Buddha Bowling coming up, which
I know, I'm so excited to talk about that.
Well, let's talk about that. We have an incredible guest here today. Her name is Cassie Scerbo. She has established herself as one of the Hollywood's hardest working entertainers of her generation. Cassie is best known for her acting resume, having already led various television series and films. She is also vice president of Buddha Bowling. Welcome,
Cassie.
Thank you for having me.
Yay! How are you? Oh my God!
That SLS, get your tickets.
We can't wait. By the way,
Excited.
Yes, thank you. So, you know, it's always a little chaotic before an event, but I'm not going to lie to myself. I love the chaos. That's why I'm in this industry. I'm an actor. You know, that's why I enjoy these events. Well, that's not the only reason why. The most important thing, obviously, is giving back and raising awareness. But I'm feeling really good. Thank you. Yeah,
I'm so excited to have you here. I mean, there's so many
excited.
actors and actresses that, you know, are just in the industry and they don't give back.
Right.
And it's so cool to watch you. And last year's event was incredible. So how did you get started in this?
Yeah. By the way, I'm glad you said that. Thank you for coming last year, and I'm excited to see you guys this year again. It's going to be amazing. You know, I got started with Buddha Bullying over a decade ago now. Crazy. I was at an event and I got approached by somebody who was a part of the organization back in the day, and they were looking for ambassadors. This was before they were even a 501c3. This was like early days, and I always wanted to give back. Even when I was a kid, I would be searching the kids who were missing and saving up my coins to give to the homeless. It's just something that's very innate for me.
That's
something
amazing.
Thank you. That's always spoke to me. So when I got approached, I was like, of course, why not? I had no idea what it meant. The word ambassador just sounded so glorious and
regal.
big and regal, and I was like, wow, I'm gonna be an ambassador. And I did. I took it very seriously, and I immediately was able to raise $10,000 thanks to a friend, thanks to FITM, and just continued, just kept the ball rolling, worked my way up to West Coast Executive Director and then Vice President at 25. And thank you.
That's amazing.
Thank you so
See,
much.
you're 23. You can be doing that next.
You got 2 years. But yeah, no, let me tell you, I had no idea what that entailed. Obviously, I think with everything in life, if you're passionate about something, you can drive it home. You will always figure it out when the passion 100%. Is there. And all I knew was that the passion was there, but I knew nothing else. I did online college while on Make It or Break It back in the day. I'm not a business major or anything. I've always tried my best to keep myself educated, but I did not know how to run an organization. But in time, everything fell into place. And like I said, it really, as long as you're riding on that passion, I think that anything is possible. And we've come so far, and we're now a global organization. And last year's Boot Ball was amazing. This year is going to be 10 times even better. So yeah, we're growing so many new initiatives. We just produced an animation that
Very
premiered
exciting.
at Comic-Con called Parker and Boo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and we have so many new pilot programs going on, and October's Bullying Prevention Month, so we've been speaking
Right.
at a load of wonderful schools.
Which is incredible. It's
Thank
so
you.
nice to see. I mean, that's, it's nice to have younger people on our podcast because Nicole obviously is very young. And I can't believe you started this. I mean, you must have been like 15.
Around, yeah, I was 15.
So, I mean, I watch my daughter do so much so young.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, how old is she? She goes and does all these things. See, you could do anything you set your
Yeah.
mind to.
Yeah.
Look at what she's doing.
Yeah,
That's
it doesn't
incredible.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. All it takes is passion. That's really it.
Passion is so
commitment.
important.
And time and energy, blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, but thank you so much.
And how come you decided to get in with the bowling like that?
Honestly,
resonates with
they
you?
approached me, and I don't know one person who would sit back and not want to eradicate hate and
Right.
intolerance.
Of course.
I think bullying is the root of all negativity, all evil. I mean, you can say that global warming is us bullying the planet, or not global warming, but well, in a sense. And it really is the root of all evil. And there's so many umbrellas. You have domestic violence. I lost my best friend to a domestic violence.
I'm so
case.
sorry.
Thank you so much. Yeah, she was the best, Stephanie. And sex trafficking, to me, that is obviously bullying
Awful.
in an extreme
Yeah,
in an extreme form. I mean, just
Right.
an unjust war against humanity, and it absolutely sickens me and it's gut wrenching. So for me, I mean, bullying is just at the
can
root
be
of all
anything.
evil, hate, and and intolerance, inequality. So yeah, I was game the second I was told about the organization and introduced, and I was actually at the time trying to put together my own 501c3, and this is while I was filming, while I was doing online school, and we were shooting 5 days a week, and it was so hard. Like, I really
it's
give
really
it to
hard.
the Buddha Bullying team, because piecing together an organization, turning it into a 501c3, and then continuing it to keep it successful is not as easy as it may seem. So, I was like, you know what? This is very kismet. The timing is perfect because I wanted to form my own nonprofit, so I might as well just join forces, and
Right.
the sky's the limit. So, yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, it's so amazing to me to watch people that, every time I tell them, oh, I'm involved with the Buddha bullying, they say, oh, I was bullied. Oh,
yeah.
I was bullied. I don't care if
Yeah.
it's a man, a woman, a child.
And I feel like you made such a good point, because sometimes, I don't know, for me, when I thought of bullying, I kind of think of like childhood, like in school, but you made such a good point when you said like it comes in like all different forms, like with the
Right.
planet, or like for me, I was sexually assaulted, and that could be seen as a type of
Absolutely.
bullying.
I'm so sorry.
And thank you. But like, just looking at it from that perspective, like it really is the root to all evil.
Yeah.
And the fact that you guys are standing up to it, and we have this great organization, nonprofit organization, it's so incredible.
Thank you so much.
when you're doing these assemblies, do the kids raise their hand and they're like, oh, I have been bullied?
You know what? It's crazy how engaged the students are. And I think it's
Wow.
because we really strive to create a very safe space to have
Right.
those conversations. We start with our testimonies. We
Yeah.
open up and we get very vulnerable as to what's gone on in our childhood as well as our adult life, because you're right, it doesn't just end after school. I mean,
Right.
this goes on into your adult life as well. And the whole thing about bullying is that it doesn't discriminate. I mean, this is something that, you're right, everyone has either gone through or knows somebody who has gone through it, whether it's on a smaller scale or a very horrific scale. So, yeah, I mean, I'm glad that you brought that up. But
You
but
just
it
played it in a film too, right? Recently, or was it a few years ago that had to do with bullying?
I played a lot of bullies. Period. I'm like, what is this? Is it my voice? Is it no? But I actually, when I was on Make It or Break It, my character was such a bully, and that's when I got approached by Buddha Bullying, and it felt so right because I really wanted to. I really wanted to show every end of the spectrum, and the old saying goes, hurt people hurt people.
Right.
My character was
Exactly.
really lonely deep down inside. She was really hurting. Her mother had abandoned her. Her father was very hard on her, and it pushed her. It manifested in that she would bully other people to get ahead. And I was like, I want to talk to students and make sure they realize that, first of all, if they're the ones doing the bullying, maybe it's time to dig a little bit and figure out why that is, what's going on with you. Because people that are super happy, they're not going around like, hey, today I'm just going to go make everyone feel like shit. Like,
Right.
it's not, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
When you're happy, that's just not how you act. So what's going on with you? And is there something that you maybe need to talk, to somebody about? And then for the bullies, it's like, look, the people who are being bullied, the victims, it's like, don't take it to heart. That person's just really unhappy, and nobody, no one outside of you can harm you without your consent, right? Like, if you are so sure in who you are, and deep down inside you've got just a very great foundation and support, then usually bullying isn't going to affect you the same way it may. Of course, words hurt, but the same way it may affect other people. And really quickly, I totally got sidetracked in the last question you were asking. I went to the question previous.
That's okay.
So
We all do that.
As I'm answering this question, I need to quickly go back to the last one. You were asking about, do the kids put their hands up?
Yes.
And what I wanted to say was, when we create those safe spaces, it actually becomes a domino effect, and it makes them want to share.
Right.
It's so incredible. I remember when I sat in my first assembly, I didn't think that was going to be the outcome. I was like, these kids are not going to want to share.
Well, there's not a lot of places to go in high school to talk about, like, I came from an alcoholic family, and I would go into the school nurse and talk about that, and she didn't really know what to do with me. I mean, if I had something like that, it would have been a game changer for me.
Absolutely.
So that's really incredible.
And also, I feel like, in 2022, it's more okay to talk about these things.
Absolutely.
And that's what you guys are doing.
We are breaking the stigmas, having the hard conversations. And thank you. Yeah. I think that what we teach is that vulnerability is just so unbelievably brave, and when they do come up and share their stories, they feel so empowered, and we want them to feel that way because they're taking their power back. And the truth is, we all have weak moments. We all have moments maybe of loneliness or insecurities, or whether you're dealing with anxiety or depression, whatever it is, we all deal with something.
Right.
I mean, if you don't, God bless you.
Yeah.
But life is a wild ride. And it's so, to me, when you're speaking out about something, you're just being one of the brave ones, because we all go through something.
Yeah.
We all are going through something or have been through something. So if you can find the courage to stand up to it, and which is what we teach, the students, then you know what, like, you're winning.
And even in business, we get bullied every single day. Like, I have a team of girls that come to me, and the clients are beating them up, and I'm like, no, it's not okay to deal with that. And they wonder why I'm so tough, because I have been bullied all over the city.
Right.
Being a woman entrepreneur 15 years ago, they weren't used to me. Trust me. Now they are like, oh, that's Samantha. Okay.
Yes.
But,
we love
it's
that.
so great to see you, helping. Now, what kind of people come toward your organization? Like, I know you have a lot of Hollywood coming towards you. So I don't know if you've been bullied or not, which is a side question.
I absolutely have been.
So can we hear your story?
I mean, there's many stories. For me, I remember being in high school when AIM was a thing, dating myself, AIM.
I remember that.
It was really extreme.
I didn't have that.
No, you didn't.
Back
AIM
then.
chat, baby. And it was so extreme to the point where people were creating screen names that said "Kill Cassie Scerbo," or someone, I don't know who it was. We never found out. But what a coward thing to do, in my opinion. We deal with cyberbullying so much nowadays, and it's like, to sit behind a computer and not show your face if you're going to do something so evil and disgusting is even worse.
Yeah,
to me,
right.
And then wait,
And it's
let's
harder
talk
to deal
about the
with.
person that's happening to you. If they're insecure,
Right.
they're really freaking out. They're like,
And it's hard.
maybe going to take drugs or doing other things because they don't know how to deal with it, and they don't have a mom to talk to or a dad to talk to or a sister to talk to.
The thing is, a lot of the times, especially kids and teens, they don't understand the repercussions.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So sadly see more and more often, unfortunately, kids and teens taking their lives due to bullying, due to online bullying. So it's like, hey, if you're that miserable and you're that lonely and you're, that unhappy, just talk to someone. It's okay. Yeah. Like I've definitely had, seek therapy in my life. I think it's one of the best things one can do. 100%. You can't keep that stuff bottled up inside. You need to get it out of your body, honey. Like, and all it's doing is it's not really benefiting you in any way, at least not long term. And it's just bringing people down in ways that you might not even realize, you know? And when I speak to the kids, I say to them, especially the younger kids, I say, think about somebody in your life that you love so much, right? Like your sister or your brother or your cousin or your best friend or maybe one of the other students or your teacher or your mom and dad. Now imagine, some of the names that you may have called somebody or some of the names you may have heard other students calling somebody. Imagine them saying that to that person you love so much. And suddenly they're like,
that's powerful.
Oh, and like every single person is either a best friend, a sister, some type of sibling, a daughter, a son, whatever it may be. So you have to realize that words do hurt. They have repercussions, and there are people that those words, like people remember those words into their adult life. Dimitri and I talk about this all the time, like how he'll still look in the mirror and remember horrible names people called him and still feel really insecure about them years and decades later.
That's really important, listeners. I want you to really hear what she said. Words do have
power. It
really can hurt people, and so it's so important that we watch how we talk to other people.
It's so important.
It's all about, kind of
I don't care how cliche it sounds.
Living love and above.
It's extremely important because look, here's the thing. Hurt people, right?
100%.
But healed people, heal people. And as long as we're healing ourselves and dealing with, doing the work and also just making sure that we have a tribe, that we're not, manifesting in this loneliness, then there's just so much good to be done, and words can be so powerful in a positive way. And so
I think that's a great thing. We always talk about we're all about the power of
positivity.
Really,
we talk about our words to other people, and it's also our words to ourselves. Because sometimes I find myself saying mean things to myself, being my own bully sometimes.
Oh, we talk about self-bullying
and
often.
that can lead to bullying someone else. So watching
that
those
true.
Things that we say to ourselves, I am okay, I'm enough, that kind of stuff.
That meditation, by the way, if nobody hears anything, please put on the I am meditation every morning for 5 minutes, because saying I am amazing, I am beautiful, I am incredible, I am the best will change your day.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And I just am so happy you brought that up, because I also use this. One of my friends, Annalyn McCord, had said this when we were on a panel once, and I found it to be really interesting. She said, if the voice inside of your head was a person, would you want to befriend that person? And I was like, wow. Sometimes absolutely not. And that's the self-bully, untethered soul. That's the roommate, right? So it really does start with you, with yourself. And I think it's all just a domino effect when you're living your best life and you're feeding yourself those positive affirmations and just, I always preach on self-love, because self-love doesn't mean hey, I've now figured everything out, because we will never figure it all out. And I am perfect. It's I accept everything that I am, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm willing to work on the negatives, throw out what I need to throw out. It doesn't take a day, but I took the first step, and that is self-love, in my opinion. And that is the domino effect. That's how, then you begin to treat others with so much more love and compassion when you're just, comfortable with who you are and happy inside your own body. And then those people want to go on and be kind to other people, because you just want to pay it forward. It really is a domino effect. So,
and it's so important that you do this practice every day. Like for me, I wake up and I do gratitude with my boyfriend every day, and then we do a 5-minute meditation, and then we, go on to our day. But if I miss that, I can tell I'm already like, ugh, Nicole, we're not going to close. Ugh, I don't like the way I look. And she's like, Mom, what? Let's keep this positive.
It's so internal.
I have her to be like, get in check.
I also am of the mindset that you kind of manifest your reality. So what you think about, the thoughts in your head are stuff that will, manifest in real time. So if you think for me, like, I have issues with my weight sometimes. So if I think like, oh, I'm not feeling good or this doesn't fit me or blah, 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 like if I'm focusing on that, then it goes towards that. But if I'm like, I am enough, I feel great, you know, I am going to the gym, like whatever, 25
beautiful.
minutes is enough. Like,
and you are so beautiful. But I have the same issues. I think it stems a lot from.
And you're in Hollywood. God
in Hollywood and in the industry.
How can you do that? That's a hard place to be.
It is. That's why you got to really focus on the self cheerleader and not the self bully.
You got that.
But you're
absolutely. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Thank you so much. It's so incredible. So let's talk about the party. I'm so
talk
excited about the party. Now,
me too.
My team's like came up with my costume. So we're gonna be Olivia Newton-John and
gorgeous.
John Travolta.
I love that. And an ode to the sweet Olivia Newton-John. God bless her. Yeah, that's her.
She was my idol. I loved her.
So incredible. Well, that's going to be an amazing costume and a great way to honor the legend.
Fun. I mean, I love the whole setup, and we're donating a lot of the furniture.
Yes, I know. Thank you so much, by the way.
So that's really cool.
You're always so supportive, and we really, really appreciate it.
But I love how active everyone is. And I met some girl. Sorry, forgive me, but the girl on the panel that she was on the board, she came to help us.
Kiara?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
She was amazing.
Yeah, she's incredible. We have an amazing board. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
We're so
like, I just want to hang out with them. You know
well, you will be on Friday.
And I always tell my girls that work for me, I'm like, you have to come to this event. It is seriously the best.
Yes.
Remember last year?
Oh my God, yeah. Everyone always has the best time.
And I hate dressing up.
Yeah. And we really make sure to keep it extremely fun and uplifting, but at the same time to remember why we're there. So
and
it's the perfect
performing?
balance. We have a ton of performers this year. We just locked in our final 6 performers. Ooh. We have one of my dear friends, Katie Welch, who is just phenomenal. She's going to be the Marilyn of the evening, opening up the show.
Exciting.
We have Louis Knight, who is on American Idol. He
Congratulations.
he stands against suicide prevention and anti-bullying. So stands against bullying, so we're really happy to have him. He actually performed a song on Idol called Change, which I believe he'll be performing that night, and it's about suicide prevention.
Oh, that's so powerful.
Yeah, and then we have Jamie Miller, one of my favorite boys. I love him so much. He is also an ambassador and going to be performing. We have Taryn Manning. I believe she's going to be doing the opening song of Mean Girls, which was a Blondie cover that she sang.
Oh, wow.
I believe she's going to be doing that. Don't quote me, but it would be so fun. It would be so great because we do have Jonathan Bennett from Mean Girls, and you know he's an incredible actor. He's done a lot of different things, but from Mean Girls, hosting with his wonderful husband James Vaughn. Yeah, so that would be really fun.
I was like, they're so cute.
Yeah. Then we also have Mackenzie Soul.
Wow,
huge The guy has like 12 million followers on TikTok. I mean, he is just exploding, and he is so kind. I spoke to him yesterday in a message just saying how thankful I am for him to be, performing. And they're all so great. I don't want to miss anybody. We also have Justin Jesso.
Oh, wow.
Who's a huge, just... In our friend group, one of our favorite songs is Stargazing, the song that Justin did with Kygo. So we just love Justin, not only because he's incredible, but because we love Stargazing. We love all of his songs. So he's going to be performing as well.
Sounds like
we have an amazing lineup.
So
I just want to make sure in my head I didn't miss anybody because I would feel like a bully. But I think I got everybody.
Yeah.
I can't even believe how much it goes
Eric
on
Blackwell will be He's a celebrity magician. He'll be doing walk around magic.
Oh,
okay.
Super excited about that. Our auction just went live at midnight today, to last night, but technically today. And we've got we've got an original piece by Retna, which we are already getting bids on.
That's incredible.
He made a piece just for Buddha Bullying. We're so thankful to him. He's amazing. The piece is stunning. We have a bunch of fun vacations and property stays.
Is it all online?
Everything is online, and then we'll be there in person as well. We're doing a silent auction.
Okay.
Some skincare products. We have Dr. Sarah donated a bunch of skincare products as well as Botox filler, the fun stuff the girls like. Yeah. So there's a ton. Yeah,
and it's at the SLS
and it's at the SLS Beverly Hills.
What better place?
Yes,
I remember taking my daughter when she was 15. I'm like, come on, we got to go network.
Yes.
She was 15 years old. I'm like, let's talk to everyone. Tell them that you're with Elite Homestaging.
I love that.
Yeah, it's so fun. It's such a great place.
That place is such a cool vibe.
It's such a vibe, and I feel like the aesthetic already kind of fits the era we're going for, because the Boo Ball this year is going to be the golden age of Hollywood. But what we're bringing in is obviously going to be going to just bring it over the top, but put it over the top. But yeah, it's just the best face for it.
I have to mention my man, Dimitri
Halkides. The man, the myth, the legend.
So I met Dimitri at another event.
Yes.
Actually at that hotel, Le Pure.
Love the Pier.
Hollywood. And, some other realtors were coming up saying, "Oh, I need your services." I'm like, "Great, you in Palm Springs. If you make a team, I'll come out there and make sure I stay."
Yes,
and he did it. And Dimitri was always like, "Hey, will you do this? Will you do that?" I love him. He cracks me up. Seriously, he gives back so much. And his new photography.
Incredible.
He's going to put us
an
in
unbelievable photographer.
Yes,
same. I can't wait.
I mean, if you need a photographer, he's the
one. He's the one, and just has the best soul. He's at an assembly right now, as I'm here speaking in Palm Springs,
so
and
cool.
we did one. He did a multiple last week. I was able to also speak at the KIPP Academy with him, but he is just unbelievably, just talented and gifted, and the
I guess
kindest.
I want to make sure that you know how appreciative he is of you. He tells me all the time, like, how much he loves you and how incredible you are. So I was so excited for all of us to meet.
Don't make me cry. You said you were going to cry. I feel the tears
welling.
Yeah, you're crying.
I'm doing really good today. What's happening?
Yes.
My estrogen levels
Killing
are
it, girl.
calming down. But yeah, I mean, he really is so proud of you.
And we're also thank you. That means so much to me, because I love that we both, we just have the best dynamic, and we both feel that way about each other. And also, like, just have to mention this, he really, and we all do, supports also, the LGBTQIA plus community.
Yes.
It's been so important to both of us, and he's making such big strides.
Carnival yesterday.
Yeah,
the Alliance Real Estate Carnival.
And we'll be out in Palm
so
Springs for Palm Springs Pride, Dimitri and I.
Amazing.
And he's such a champion in that, in that whole community, and it's really important for us. So I just wanted to make sure I mentioned that.
Definitely. So you've done such amazing things. So what's next?
Well, I do have some films coming out. I did want to mention
Red Code.
Yeah, Code Red.
Red,
I was an
bad.
executive producer on Code Red. I teamed up with some wonderful friends of mine. My friend Connor Riley, who was previously a producer. He hopped on board and is just so incredible. The amount of research he did in the past 4 or so years in making sure that we created a documentary that truly was solution based, opposed to just a retelling of events. And it's called Code Red, Youth of the Nation. It's streaming on Amazon, as well as Apple, Google, a few others. But this stemmed from something very, very close to me. My high school was Marjorie Stoneman Douglas, the Parkland High School had the most fatalities out of any school shooting in the history of the United States.
Wow.
Back, to 1418. So it was really important for me to use my voice and my platform and my network of people to create a project to help create change. And Connor and his family, came on board and did just that. And just all of us putting our heads together and really making sure that everything was perfect and fact checked, and now it's out in the world. And I really feel that this documentary can and will save lives the more people that see it, because it's set up in a format where there's 11 lessons, and it really shows all that went wrong that day, 2/14/18, and so many other days at so many other schools. There are the fact that this is still happening, and it's more than ever, is just absolutely unbearable to think about. But the shooting really was so avoidable, and there was so much that went wrong. We also dive into mental health, but it's really ensuring that everyone knows the policies that are in place, and I really just hope that and wish that everybody does watch this documentary, because I really feel like moving forward, it will save lives. It's the way it's set up. It's very solution based and very informative, very educational. So I'm just so proud of the entire team, and I'm so proud that Code Red is out in the world, and just always sending love to Parkland, my community. I'll never have the words, especially after the verdict last week. I'm just sick to my stomach, and it will never be real to me. It'll always just be the worst news I've ever received. And all we can do from here is make sure that, we carry on our 17 Eagle Angels. We carry on their legacy, and that we make sure that their passings weren't in vain and that we do something. That's really all we can do moving forward is create positive change. So that's the goal.
Well, that's
incredible.
Thank you so much.
That is a perfect example, listeners, of believe and you can achieve. Look at what you just did.
Thank you so much.
Amazing.
With a lot of help.
Yeah,
but thank you. Yes.
So,
I really
wow,
appreciate that.
this has been incredible to have
Yes,
you on.
thank you.
Your energy is incredible. I can't wait
thank you.
to see you at the Buddha Bowling.
Yes, at the
So
ball.
excited. The Boo Ball.
I'm going to be a brunette from that era. Very famous husband.
I can't wait to see.
I don't know if that's giving it away too much, but yeah, it's
So
going to be
if
fun.
they want to buy tickets now, what do they do?
Absolutely. So you can go to boo2bullying.org. That's a number 2, boo2bullying.org, and click on events, click on the Boo Ball. You can purchase your tickets there. We also have the link in all of our bios. It's in my bio at Cassie Scerbo. It's in at Buddha Bullying. It's in Buddha Bullying's bio, at Buddha Bullying. Dimitri's bio, Dimitri Photo. So yeah, it's in all of the bios. It's on the site, and it's going to be an incredible evening. Open bar, great food, great entertainment, all for a very important cause. Silent auction, magic. We got Jonathan and James hosting, so it's going to be an incredible evening.
Sounds like an amazing
Yeah.
event.
What an incredible
We
evening.
can't
We're so
wait.
excited.
We're going to have our whole team there dressed
Yes.
up. And again, I hate dressing up, but
You're going to look amazing.
For a good cause.
You're going to look stunning.
This has been so much fun. Thank you so much
Thank
for coming
you.
on the Power
Of
We.
course. Thank you for having me on The Power of We.